scientific spirituality. My name is Remain West, reaching you live and direct from the art of Africa. This is your first time watching me. You are highly welcome. Facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'll be talking about the topic of social media spirituality and doom scrolling. This is the situation whereby people learn about spiritual practices from the social media, which is very popular nowadays. In fact, the major avenue that people used to learn about spirituality now, currently, especially African spirituality, is on the internet and on social media platforms. This is due to the reason that our regular conventional, so-called conventional institutions like our universities, secondary schools, primary schools, institutions of learning in Africa and all over the world have refused to teach these subjects. They have refused to teach the truth about humanity to people. So this is a major problem. You're going to find a country like Nigeria whereby no single university teach the subject of pre-colonial history anymore. And this kind of things, you will find out that it replicates itself all over the continent. So how are the millions of people, of generations of Africans going to know about their history when their so-called universities, institutions have refused to teach or even mention or say anything about it? This is the reason a lot of Africans don't know African history today. You will go to South Africa, you will go to Namibia, Zimbabwe, Angola, in fact, all the African countries. This is the same thing. The people that colonized them, the colonial masters, have made sure that African pre-colonial history is never taught because they control our educational systems. So you're going to find that to learn about African history, African spirituality, it is an effort. You're not going to find this. You go to our libraries, you're not going to find books on this subject. You will go to different schools, so-called history schools. You're not going to find any information. Nobody's going to tell you run to religion. This is the worst. They will tell you that African spirituality is evil and fetish, demonic. It has to be destroyed. Even your names and your language have to be changed in order for you to be saved, to go to their heaven, to go and dance with Jesus Christ and other white people. This is the dream. To spend paradise with the enemies under the canopy of the gods of the enemies. So the primary mode or way of finding information nowadays is on the internet, and thank God for the internet. It was invented by an African, okay, from Nigeria. So we have this internet today and we have access to information from all over the world. So the problem now is that social media and the internet is kind of being policed or regulated now. And this is the problem we are having. A lot of informations are being restricted by our so-called search engines, as in Google, as in many of them that are being controlled by Western world. If you go try to do research on slave trade today, a lot of pictures about slavery, the brutality, gruesomeness, and the horrors of slavery have been pulled down from the internet. They are slowly pulling all those pictures. They want to hide the sins of their past. If you post pictures of brutality of what the colonizers did in Africa on Facebook, Facebook is going to take that picture down. They will say this goes against our community guidelines. Anything, history of how people were shackled and tortured, put in slave ships, exploited, dehumanized. You can't post any of those pictures anymore in Facebook right now. Facebook will scrub all those pictures. Even on Google, you try to find pictures of how they lynched a lot of black people in America. Google is scrubbing all those pictures. You cannot find this evidence of the crime. The pictures of those crimes, they are very hard to see. So if you have pictures of those crimes, save them. because one day in the future, some snowflakes and currents is going to come that slave trade did not happen, that there's no evidence because they didn't see the pictures. And when you tell them, okay, what about the slave dungeons that you still see in West Africa, the remnants of all those things, they will tell you that it is your own people that was enslaving your own people. No white person ever came to do anything here. It's getting to that point because now they are actively using their control of the web to scrub the evidence of those crimes. And still yet they have refused to even pay reparations. That's why they are not planning to pay any reparations. If you are a black person or organization hoping that these people are going to pay reparations or apologize, forget about it. They are not interested in doing that. And what they are interested in is coming back to recolonize Africans, because many Africans are still asleep as of today. They are still neck deep in religion, begging their savior, begging to be admitted into the colonizer's heaven, to go and eat sugar, walk on diamond streets, play piano, guitar, and sheke in heaven, and glorify the pervert called Elohim, that bastard, that war criminal, that rapist, that liar, that scallywag, that chief of all the criminals in the world, called Jehovah. They want to spend eternity with this demon. This is not my portion. My children will not spend eternity with this demon called Jehovah. Okay? So what you're going to find out is that there is not enough information, real authentic information is now being restricted or scrubbed from the internet. Now what you do is that when you go online now, you try to say, okay, let me just do research on African spirituality. You're going to be seeing a lot of garbage is coming up. You're going to see fake people that are lying about African spirituality. Those ones are the top results. You're going to see people that have been sponsored to say lies about Africa, to demonize Africa. People like this Billy Carlson guy that is pushing Sumerian spirituality, claiming that Africa, the ancient Egypt was built by aliens, claiming that black Africans have no contributions to ancient Egypt, claiming that Amen-Ra is the most evil deity. You're going to see a lot of lies. You're going to go to Facebook, you see a lot of junk groups spilling out all kinds of poisons, calling it spiritual practices. So what will happen is that when you say you want to go to browse for spiritual knowledge now, it's like you're putting yourself into a very, very dangerous place. Think of it like the dark web. When you go into the dark web, you know, the early days of the internet, even till now, once you switch over, you're going to see a lot of crimes happening, a lot of bad stuff going on. This is what is happening in spirituality now. Just come on, just this YouTube I am using, and try to go into spirituality. You see a lot of scallywags, fake people, pushing videos out there, all sort of things about African spirituality. Most of them are lies. Most of them are garbages, of course. You're going to see a ton of this. So if you are somebody that is looking for knowledge, you may be trapped in this web of lies or this web of garbage. And what you end up doing is what they call doom scrolling, whereby you just spend hours online scrolling information after information, useless information after useless information, things that are unnecessary, things that does not serve you, that are there to just drain your attention, to just fill your mind and your spirit with garbage. You end up that you spend 3 hours scrolling endlessly, and at the end of the day, you have wasted all those time. Not only you waste the time, you waste the internet, the money you spend for subscription, you waste everything. This scrolling takes money. At the end of the day, you get nothing from what you have just been doing, from the so-called research you have been doing, or whatever information you are looking for. You end up in different places. So this is a major problem now, and a lot of people have been addicted to this doom scrolling, whereby they will go into the internet, they just keep clicking and clicking and clicking and clicking and clicking, and some people will click throughout the day. It's just like this parable of the jack of all trade, master of none. Due to the lack of focus, You just go into the internet and you get lost in the internet under a ton of information that majority of them, over 90 to 80% of them, is not useful. At the end of the day, you feel drained, you feel more confused, more lost, more depressed than you were before you went in to this browsing. So this is a major problem now. We see a lot of youths, all ages, this happens to them, this doom scrolling. People just spend money and they just scroll endlessly, and now it's an habit. When you go out in the party, you go out in a social engagement, instead of people actually talking to each other, trying to know each other in the real world, everybody is busy pressing their phones like their phone is the most important thing to them. Whereas these people lack social life. Most of these people, they don't even have a boyfriend, they don't have a girlfriend, they are single. But when it's time for them to meet other single people, they will just focus on their phone, trying to form that they are very, very important people they are chatting with. They are not really chatting, they are just scrolling senseless information. These have become a sort of addiction to people, phone addiction, whereby people cannot be separate from their phone. And they have this phone, they are not using it to make money. Most times the phones are usually expensive. If it's not iPhone X, it will be the latest Samsung or one heavy duty good for nothing phone. And you see these people carrying these expensive phones, what they have empty brains, and then you don't use your phone for anything. There's no need buying an expensive phone when it does not generate money for you. It doesn't make sense for me to go and buy a phone of $1,000 or $1,500. So I'm not using it to make money. I'm not even having a social media account where I sell products. I don't even have a YouTube channel, but I'm using a very, very expensive phone. Doesn't make sense for me. For somebody like me, I should be able to afford that kind of phone because I shoot YouTube almost every day. I shoot videos on a daily basis. So me investing in that phone should be a right choice for me. But it's still so expensive for me to go and spend $1,500 just for one phone, just because I want to shoot YouTube at a craze. What thing they worry me now? In my country, yeah, that money is enough to start a cottage industry. It's enough for me to start a little business or a very major business that will be fetching me thousands of dollars monthly. That $1,500, I can buy land in some places. I can even buy a motorcycle. I can buy half motor. Just to save joy now, I can buy a half motor. I don't get motor with that. I can even buy start a foundation on a little building, build a store, build a poultry. So for me to take that money to buy expensive phone, then be scrolling unnecessarily, wasting my time, wasting my, what am I looking for? It's not that I'm even doing any business there. It's a total waste of time. Okay, now we see everybody now. Immediately, teenagers coming to age of 12, 13 years, they all have mobile phones. And what do they do with these phones? They play games, they shop, they browse, chat with their friends. In fact, they are consumers. They consume the internet, they consume content. Most of them are consumers rather than creators. Okay, so when we come to this point of the social media spirituality, when people become awake and you start searching for information on the internet on how to get this, the problem is that you can fall into a lot of fallacies or a lot of traps, because most of the information out there are not exactly truthful, and they are there to mislead you. Okay, these social media companies, especially Facebook, they are not interested in enlightening the masses. As you know, they are fully commercialized. These platforms we are on, all of them are fully commercialized, meaning they are there to make money, they are there to make profits, and they are profit driven. So whatever we give them money is what they will put. So they are not interested in you evolving. They are not interested in you getting enlightenment. They are only interested in making you a customer. This is their primary goal. How can we know what this person wants, and we send the traffic of what he likes to him, so that it can be patronizing our sponsors, i.e. our people that are advertising those products. And the more I patronize them, the more we make money, the more they make money. It's a good thing for everybody, win-win situation. So when you plug into social media, you register, put your name, address, they profile you. Then they look, oh, this person is within the age of so and so. Is a teenager. What we teenagers want is single. Is he gay? No, he's not gay. He's straight. Oh, he must have a girlfriend. And they start pushing things that they feel or they suspect you will be interested in. Maybe if they see you wearing sharp clothes, they'll be sending advertisement of clothes to you. If they see you riding cars or you see you on jewelry or whatever they see in your profile, those kind of things, they have already created this algorithm to study you, your personality. The kind of things you post is the kind of things they'll be sending to your way, hoping to get traffic. So when you post about spirituality, you talk about African spirituality, it's only natural they'll be posting those kind of things. They'll be introducing group. Most of the groups they'll be sending your way are group that their sponsors have laid for them. Things that they want you to engage in. So you find yourself immersed in this kind of things. And for most people that have no knowledge of spirituality, any water is good water for them. And then you see all kind of junk, new age BS coming around. And you see all kind of scallywags that have a little money to advertise their page, advertise their self on social media. You have access to them. And you start studying or you getting the information. So how do you filter this kind of information that you're having? How do you know that it's not junk spiritual information that you're having from these people? Everybody on the web is claiming to be all powerful. You see these satanist people, Luciferian people, they're claiming they have all power. You come to the Middle East or you see the Arabian people, the Muslim people claiming that Iblis is the greatest. How everybody is just there doing their own thing. Everybody wants you to become their customer. So how do you filter all these informations and get the right thing? This is the problem, the $1,000,000 question. Okay, so for you to do this kind of things, you have to make sure that any information you're having must be aligned, first of all, with common sense approach to issues, and must be well referenced. When somebody is talking a dozen about spirituality, but it's not giving you any reference outside himself. He's claiming to have all knowledge, all power, all intelligence, but it's not keep pushing you, referring you to, connecting you, talking about things that will link you up with knowledgeable people that you can reference to confirm the validity or originality or authenticity of what is saying. It should be a red flag. A lot of these our spiritual masters, so-called idiot spiritualists in African spirituality, they do this a lot. When you come on their YouTube channel or you go on their TikTok or any platform, what they do is that they want to present themselves as a very powerful person that have control to do anything in the world, to even remove presidents or change regimes, turn the sun to black and white. They come across that they have direct contact with the forces that are controlling things in this universe. But at the end of the day, they don't give you any reference that okay, you have this powerful, I want to also be like you too now. Where do I anchor to be like you so that I can have such power? You can only have the power when you go to them, when you come through them, when you pay them some very, very big money, of course. These are the people that I am talking about. Many of them are in Ghana and Nigeria. The people in the talk, they know themselves. They are in Cameroon. The other day, I saw one wearing a chicken suit. Literally wearing a chicken suit with gold rings all over and is claiming to prophesize and see visions for world leaders. And so this guy is one of the most stupid person. How can somebody wearing a chicken suit be talking about all this kind of trash? You're not giving us reference to any persons that you're not talking about great people that we can emulate. Everybody should come to you for power or to solve their problem. This is the format, the standard format that this kind of people use, and we see them every day. It is quite funny, actually. because for me, this kind of people is obvious what they are doing, but for new people coming into spirituality, they might fall for this kind of scam because they know nothing. So actually, what this person does is that they are targeting naive people. Their target is for the people that are novice. For somebody like you have been in spirituality, you have awareness, you have some idea. Somebody like me, I will never fall for that. If you have been watching my channel for like just 3 months, you will never fall for that kind of useless people. But when somebody just woke up and he have no knowledge, he come across this kind of person, he will fall because he knows nothing. So they are targeting the people that are totally not lack zero knowledge about spirituality. These are their targets. Newbies is their targets. Simpletons is their target, or Christians that are trying to explore is their target, or young people that have no idea of anything about life. Those are their target, and they prey on this kind of simple people. So you're going to see this kind of scallywags on the internet, on the YouTube, talking that they are so-called masters, mistress, and all these stories and everything, whereas in real life they are nowhere to be found. In real life they have nothing, they can do nothing, they have no single power, no single sense. In fact, many of these people, they are illiterates. By illiterate is not mean that I'm giving credence to Western system of education. A lot of people went through the Western universities and they are still illiterates. When I mean illiterate, I mean like they are stark illiterates. Give us the drink. They practically worship this water. And it's just ordinary salt and water. Holy water, salt and water. I can make salt and water in my house and purify my own house too. I don't need to go and buy salt and water for $1,000. It's funny, right? But it happens. People do it every day. Till today, you still come to any spiritual church, they sell stuff to you. Every church will sell you candle. They will sell you handkerchief. They will sell you water. They will sell you book. They will sell you rosary. Whatever they can sell you, they will sell you. It is part of the practice, right? This is the God business. The business of selling God. Everybody want to sell their God to you. You they get them. The Hindus want to sell Buddha, want to sell Krishna, and they are right here in Nigeria selling Buddha and Krishna to us. And people are buying this stuff. When you venerate the deity, you buy the deity, everything you're going to be getting about that deity is coming from India. This is the first thing you need to know. And this is good for their foreign exchange. You are investing, by you buying those Hindu statues, you buy their Hindu cream, perfume, incense, everything. You are giving money to them. You are promoting them. You are allowing Hinduism to flourish. You are empowering them with your substance, with your wealth, with your energy. You are pushing it to them. So why would them not be strong? This is the same thing Africans do to Christianity. When you worship the God of Isaac and Jacob and Jeremiah and Peter and James and what is the other scallywag? John, those riffrats, the 12 disciples and those bastards and their gay chaplain. When you worship everything you do, you send your money to them. Your Bible comes from there, you pray. When you focus your mind, you imagine these spirits, you call them into your consciousness, you push them, you reverence them, you sing to them, you glorify them, you honor them, you give praise and worship. Or you sing this till you sweat, till people will be soaked and drenched in their sweat inside the church, praying to the God of Elijah. God of Elijah, send down fire. God of Elijah, send down fire. When you do all these things, all your energy, all your focus, not only that, you still pay offering. Why would the church not be rich? Okay, this is a very good thing for Jerusalem. It's a very good thing for Israel. It's a very good thing for Rome. It's a very good thing for the Vatican. Do you think they will ever stop this? No, they will not going to stop this. They need that money. They need that attention. As far as your God is going to be white, you're going to worship them, you're going to love them, You're going to sacrifice your life, your children, every iota of your being. They're going to be here forever. They're going to be on top of untouchable forever. And you're going to be under them forever. And you mean nothing to them because you have sacrificed everything meaningful to them. For what? What are you getting in return? Nothing. You're getting insulted. You're still being treated like a piece of rag that you have to beg to go into heaven. That all your righteousness is like filthy rag. Is that not what they said in the Bible? All your righteousness, all your prayer, all your offering is like filthy rag before the Lord. You are nothing. You are a rag. You still have to beg and weep for mercy and kneel down on your knees to get into heaven, because this pervert God is a arrogant bastard, jealous. All the things, bad things, it belongs to him. Okay? There's no one before him. He does not tolerate disloyalty. And if you make any mistake, it will throw you into the hellfire with this bad guy they call Lucifer, and that guy is going to be torturing you there. I mean, why would the enemy of Jehovah be torturing people that are doing his will? Does it even make sense? I mean, let me digress. If I am Lucifer and I am fighting so-called Jehovah, and Jehovah threw me out of heaven, then I came to earth, then some people came to me, I was able to rally around some people, some humans, to be fighting Jehovah. Now, when the Jehovah catches humans and kill them, will I be torturing my own people again in hellfire? People that are working for me? Does it make sense? If I am a army general and I have soldiers fighting my war, soldiers that are willing to die for my cause, those are my greatest disciples, and then they go to war and they die, and then the spirit came back, then I will be torturing them for dying, for doing their best to fight for me? No, it doesn't make sense. So the Bible story is not balanced. It's not balanced for Satan to now be torturing people that are fighting and working for him. It's not balanced. So how you see this matter? Okay, make we drink gogoro puts. So this whole Bible bullshit, this hogwash bullshit, is just stupidity. Plain and simple stupidity, idiocy. This is the problem we're having with the world right now. And a lot of people believe this garbage. And this garbage have been here for some time now, but slowly, people are waking up to see the futility of it. So when you come to the social media space of spirituality, you're going to see a lot of garbage. And everybody is trying to make themselves accept themselves as the most powerful, and why you should follow them. Why should I want to follow a deity in India or in Arabia? Because probably I have been convinced that my own deity have no power, that I have no power, I have no knowledge, and I cannot be able to source help or assistance or spiritual knowledge from my own deities here. So I have to look for that knowledge outside myself, outside Africa. This is the only thing that will make me go outside to look for this. And when you come to the internet, you're going to see a lot of spiritual masters, gurus, or experts. They are all there. The whole dirty dozens and a bunch of 7 other cretins are there waiting for you. So how do you filter all this garbage? Well, I have continually said it on this channel. Any spiritual practice that does not empowers you, educates you, enlightens you is not worth practicing. Any spiritual system that this is a red flag. Now you come to Kemet. We have this problem in our Kemetic spirituality. Now you're going to see some people calling themselves Moors in America. This is a major problem. They will claim that they are Moors, that they are not even African, that they were here before the slave trade, that they are original black people, native. Yes, we have Native American black people. They are there. I have met them. They are present. But the problem with this set of people is that they are not even asserting any kind of connection with the motherland of Africa, with Kemets. Instead, they are claiming that their heritage comes from Freemasonry, Western Freemasonry. and Islamic Freemasonry. There is this guy some time ago that calls himself Dr. York. I don't know if you know him. This guy was somebody that was a con. He was a very good con artist. He created a movement in America about so-called African spirituality, that's Moorish spirituality, claiming they have about 480 degrees of knowledge. This guy will dress up like an ancient Africa and Ktic King. He has entourage, everything. To the latter, he was able to replicate everything, and he claims that he's the savior of humanity. And he has no business with Africa, but he claims that Kemet is in is in America rather. So this guy was able to convince a lot of people that Freemasonry is the origin of African spirituality, not Kemet. And his own teaching was that you have to come and join his crew. He had a very big land in America of trying to create like a cult-like followership. Then the next thing we knew, he was accused of fraud, and they threw him in jail for I think about 20 years or so. He's still in jail right now. So you see these Moorish people claiming that they are not African people, but they are not connecting their spiritual practice to Kemet. They are not connecting to Africa. So where are they connecting to? They are connecting to Western Freemasonry. We know that Western Freemasonry was created to hide African history and spirituality from African people, and to use that knowledge to enslave the rest of the world. And we also know that Islamic Freemasonry is also the same thing. So Western Freemasonry and this Islam, the religion, and their own secret societies there, they cannot liberate Africans. So we cannot follow this kind of people. We cannot really join them. Okay? Any spiritual practice that these people are saying, they are not referring you to materials that you can continue your research for. They only want to focus on themselves, that you have to come to them for all knowledge. This is a wrong approach. Okay, when you see me doing my own spiritual practice, I always call other people. I reference Malcolm X a lot. I reference Marcus Garvey. I reference Dr. John Eric Clark. I reference Ivan Setiman. I reference Sheikh Anta Diop, Professor Ackerman. I called all these names so you can trace the name, go and study all those people, so that you can see the work they have been doing. People like Theophilus Obenga, people that have done great work. I will call these people, reference them. It's not only me. Okay, me, I'm a student in this matter. I'm just here like a speck. There are people that have done great things. We need to study these people. We need to follow those people. We need to emulate those people. They are all part of our own spiritual ascended ancestors, the Enads. So it's not just one person. We say everything. You need to focus on me. When I see this kind of spirituality, I don't even need to throw oracle to know that you are a fraud. Nobody have a monopoly of knowledge. Nobody knows it all. Anybody that is claiming to know it all, to be all powerful, that is the only way, truth and light, that person is a criminal. That's why Jesus Christ is one of the biggest liars in the world, saying, I'm the only way, truth, and light. Nobody coming to the Father except me. I'm the only way to heaven. Anybody that is saying this story, suspect him. Okay, because he wants you to come through him so that he can extract whatever he can extract for you or enslave you. This is the mission of these people. Okay, you want people, if you really want to liberate people, you must be able to give them things that they can verify. You must be able to align them with the truth, and they must be able to see that truth in action, and it should be something that they can actually apply by themselves. Okay, when you make yourself the sole person that can only teach them, what happens when you die? Your flocks will be lost, right? Do you like that kind of thing? Meaning your legacy on your empire will be destroyed. This now becomes like a cult of personality, where the whole knowledge of cult is centered on you. This is the problem we have with Hinduism, with many of these, they are so-called gurus. You're going to see in India, all of them, what they are carrying is the cult of personality. You will see a man claiming to have achieved enlightenment, and the next thing, people will be worshiping him. He will create a cult-like followers. You will see women bringing flowers to him, petting him, beating him, gathering around. What sort of nonsense is this? At the end of the day, you will see they have very high cases of rape in India. This not be the spiritual gurus, now they rape all the women for them. What thing you they preach? You they preach abstinence from sex. And you know that is very, very impossible. You that is preaching abstinence of sex, how long have you abstained? Are you a eunuch? There are things you preach that are things that people can practice. When you go to extreme form of spirituality, you get extreme reaction. You're telling people that the way to go to become an ascended master is not to get married, not to have sex, not to do this, not to do that, not to drink, not to smoke. So what is what to enjoy for life again? Nothing to enjoy. Why are you here in the first place? Not to eat this one, not to eat that one. Your life will be very, very colorless. Don't eat any single meat. Don't drink any single alcohol. Don't test any single sugar. Don't have any single sex. Don't wear even bright colored clothes. Don't do anything that humans are supposed to do to bring colors to life. When you tell a person not to do all these things, what do you think will happen? You don't finish the person's life. Now, what is the purpose of living? What is the point? Is it not just better to tell them to just commit suicides and let them just die and go back to Nirvana or to the heaven? Reason this thing, my brother, check him. It makes sense. You come to this life as a human being. You must be a strict vegetarian from birth to death. Okay? One drop of alcohol, you not go touch your lip. Not be me, these people that want kill, so not be kid that want kill me, so. Then you go say, I go abstain from sex. Without this fine women, wait there. I not go to have sex. Your father, you the craze, where. Then you come say, I go to meditate 24 hours to lotus flower. Life don't finish with that now. What is the beauty of life? What will you enjoy? Anything to enjoy again. Which kind of anybody that advocate that person, that is total madness. Madness. Stupidity. What is the point of living? Are we not here to enjoy? Spirits, they drink beer. Spirits. How many spirits they have sex? Not be human beings, they have sex. Not be humans, they have sex. So you say, what do you say make I can't do for this life? I can't look life. I can't call look. I'll just be like something that is faded. No level, no activity, no interaction, no experience. Which kind of spirituality be that? Anybody where they preach that thing, it not go better for that person. That person is a sadist. That is what I call spirituality of sadism. Okay? Sadness. Spirituality of depression, spirituality of misery, spirituality of sorrow. When you say somebody come life, make you not enjoy any single thing, and that is the way to achieve nirvana. I have a major problem with this, and a lot of Africans, it not makes sense, it not balance. This is not the right way to go. If you are that kind of person, you feel saying that spirituality they teach, just commit suicide and leave this world instantly. Okay, better you go back to where you come from. Make you not waste time here, because what you are bringing is depression, and you have nothing to offer humanity. You are spoiling this place for the rest of us. So this is a thing. This is a major problem. You're going to see this comes from Hinduism a lot. Hinduism, Buddhism. We have many of these sadist spiritualists. There is a big problem. God make I not drink alcohol. Make I not test my roots. God will punish you. You the craze. I go drink my root. I go still come your heaven. God beat you. I go beat you inside your heaven. I go beat you. I go burn your shrine. I go burn your juju. Join again. I go pursue now. Come up for this earth. You they see these useless people. They say make somebody not have sex. Now you go take spiritual mass. If not so, me I not go do spiritual work. Make I just tell you the truth. I not go do spirit. It not go work. Not be me when I see. I not be mumu. The people when they talk these things so from India. Now their country be rape capital of the world. And now they all these people they talk all this nonsense. Now they say they not get sense. You want to suppress nature. You want to suppress human energy. You want to suppress sexual energy. You want to suppress happiness. You want to suppress everything good. Only una go say una be vegetarian. Well, vegetarianism is good, but too much of everything is bad. Okay? Even the plants that you eat, they have life. You are committing a crime by eating them. Okay? In life, there's an exchange of energy. If you say you must be vegetarian, then what about the lion? How can you make a lion a vegetarian? No, it's not possible. Vegetarianism not be for our African spirituality. Okay? The rule here is balance. Too much of everything is bad. You're not going to say me person not eat meat because they practice African spirituality. No, we need to do one for here. Okay? We did our spell, the work, our spirituality, if you practice and well, everything needs balance. So you must have everything in control. This is the essence of real spirituality, to control. You can only control something when you do things in moderation. Moderate eating of your meats, moderate eating of the sex, moderate doing anything. Sorry, I don't do some kind of things, so. But everything should be done in moderation. Moderate drinking, but you're not going to say a person not drink at all, at all. What did they worry you now? What we can't do for this life? Okay, in that walk, that one they walk. African spirituality, before you even talk to the ancestors, this one must stay there. You must bring roots. Before you talk to them, you must bring your schnapp, come. Okay, before you say you will talk to them. You don't go to the house of a king with empty hands. So that spirituality that they are pushing, all this one I see on the internet, then they work. I have practiced vegetarianism for 4 months before. I know I know it happened to me. It not work for me. Oh, I go back again. So some kind of things that we see on the internet, they are not really, really feasible. And people that practice them, they have issues. And when you begin to live this kind of dull life, it will lead you into sorrow. It will lead you into sadness and depression faster. Okay? I don't want to be like any of these I don't envy those monks. They not get spiritual power past me. Many things I can do. A lot of Hindu and Buddhist monks cannot do it. Many things I can do, many spells, many knowledge, and they're not going to feed one. Many Catholic priests, they say make them not have sex, that they masturbate every day for their Catholic seminary, that they sleep with them altar boys. Many of them are pedophiles. Who are they deceive? Who are they deceive? Not be me. You cannot deceive somebody like me. Okay, head the big pass conk. So let's talk the truth. Make we talk truth, make them shame. A lot of garbage we see on the internet today, calling themselves new age spirituality. Now nonsense. Now nonsense. It is not feasible. Okay? It is not feasible. If you try, man, it will turn your life. You waste this life. You lost this life. You lose. Okay? Your life is supposed to be filled with happiness, filled with brightness, filled with love, filled with things that will bring how will I call it? It should be animated. Okay? Your life is supposed to be filled with color. People are supposed to know that you are living. That yes, this guy, that they see progress, that they see change, that they see life, that they see things for it. But not because they practice spirituality, you'll be wearing one shirt every day. You'll be wearing only white garments every day. Everybody should know that you are practicing spirituality. You'll be living life like you are mourning, in a state of constant mourning, constant depression, constant sorrow. That is nonsense. When I see these people, I see them pretenders, false pretenders. Now una be make I can't be like una. I'm not fit to live my life like that too. No. It's not for me. It's not for me. Oh, I go to take my heart. I go to look una. Make una the devil una self. Don't worry. If you don't want to eat the meat, you don't want to eat. Bring it. I go eat them. The drink where you no want drink, give me. I get people where go drink them. Okay. Anything where you know say na evil, sinful thing, I go do them. The women too. Bring her come. I get people where need women. Okay. So leave una just come here, come waste life. Una they deceive una self. Una be hypocrites. This is the way I see them. They are hypocrites. Can you imagine? When you take away all the good things for life, what will remain? What is there to live for? Is life worth living anymore? Make we talk truth, make devil shame. When you take all the good things, you take away the mega, you take away the jollof rice, the fried rice, you take away the stuff, you take away the drink, take away everything, take away the sex. When did they life again to live? Not be death remain. Okay, life is for the living. I am not here to die because I practice African spirituality. Okay, you can practice your spirituality in harmony with the rest of the world. We are here to procreate, to create legacy, to make this place a paradise, and to bring happiness into this life. Okay, so every day is supposed to be a celebration of life, not a mourning, like the way these people want us to be mourning, say we're practicing spirituality. That is nonsense. Okay, I will not accept that. It need a work like that. Let's call a spade a spade. Okay, so the thing you need to know about life is that Mahat, balance. If you choose to go to the extreme spectrum, it's just a matter of time. You will disgrace yourself. Okay, it's just a matter of time. So you need to find balance in all these things. Be yourself. When you see those people say that because I am married or I have sex, you say you are higher than me. You decrease. You're not high past me for anywhere. You are not higher than me in anything. All what you feel you can do spiritually, I can also do them and more. So I not give you any spiritual authority. Okay, you have accessors, I have accessors. What you get money, I get money. What you get when I don't get, you get hand, I get hand. You get leg, I get hand. What can you do that I cannot do? So I will tell you you have more power over me. I beg to differ. Not be me you go deceive. You decrease. Say because you need to drink hot, and you need to have sex, and you need to smoke, and you decrease. God will punish you. You are just an hypocrite. As far as you are born of a woman, you're not better past me. Okay? So now the way I just see this topic. So when you are doing your scrolling, looking for information on the internet about spirituality, please by all means use common sense. Any spiritual knowledge that is not pushing you to yourself, that is trying to move you outside your place of balance, trying to push you to a middleman, to a third party, that spirituality is a trap. This is what you need to know. Any spirituality that is not referencing other people that you can go and reference. What is this man even saying? Where can I get more information on this topic to enlighten me? Everything is all about him. It's all about me. A ultimate power is in league with all the echelons of hell or whatever. It's all about him. No, nothing you can branch up. Suspect that person. And most especially anybody in a chicken suit. Suspect that person. And any of these naked gurus that pretend to be practicing spirituality of depression from India, and especially from India, Pakistan, suspect those people. Okay, any spiritual person will say drink na sin, sex na sin, eating meat na total sin. Suspect that person. When you take away all these things from life, anything remain. So the key is moderation. So now my own be this. So see me, I drink my own. I not be hypocrites. I don't take my own to do. I drink this in the name of the ancestors and in the name of my future generation. So anybody will say this one not good. Now that person I know may go take a in Nakwo. So I don't talk my own finish to do. So questions and comments are welcome. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and subscribe, share the video, share the good news, and just let people know. Then, of course, if you have not gotten my book, of course, say I will talk about the book. This book will help you. For those people that want to connect with the Kemetic deities, this book titled Whispers of Amente Pathways to Ascension is a direct contact. There are guidelines, instructions on how to do the rites, the rituals that will connect you with our ascended African ancestors. Okay, the spirits here, they don't discriminate. They don't put you on an unnecessary obligation. They are not your enemies. They don't force you in. They just want you to know about them. By you reading about them, you are actually connecting with them. You are actually seeing things with your eyes, the eyes of the ancient ones. You are actually hearing from them. You're hearing the whispers. This is what we need to do to connect back to our original divinity. without any middleman, not even me, nobody, not just you and the deities. Okay, get this book today. It's not expensive. Empower yourself and start doing the thing that needs to be done. Then, of course, if you want to know how to do spell, you want knowledge, practical knowledge, this one will help you. Okay, this one have a lot of spells here. Over 200 of them are here. For health, for love, sicknesses, many things, you need it. Get this book. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than to be a gardener in a war. So you have not gotten it, get your hand on it now. You need to waste time before I go finish. Then, of course, if you want to know the relationship or interrelationship between African spirituality and quantum physics, modern day science, this one will help you. This one, I was able to put all the explanations that is needed, the things they have refused to teach in our universities, the things they don't talk about, the things religion is hiding, Western education is hiding from you, even your own pastor will claim to be your best friend, those charlatans, they are hiding your government, all those things, I put them inside here with a lot of evidence, a lot of references that you can follow up to connect you to the right knowledge that will liberate and empower you. Everything is here. It's just $50. 3 of them is just $300, postage included. You get this knowledge, you get it, you don't get them. Nobody can take this knowledge away from you. They cannot flog it away from you. They cannot beat it away. They cannot censor it from you. This is the most important thing. Knowledge is power. It's knowledge that will move you out of this quagmire of misinformation that we are having on the web today. So this is it too. Then if you want to learn about African spirituality, I teach it. The reason I teach this is because of all this kind of doom scrolling, social media nonsense. When you are studying spirituality from social media, you feel with a lot of garbage that will overwhelm you. It will drain you because you read this, it doesn't make sense. What I have done with my program is that I have been able to filter all this nonsense. I have articulated, aggregated the right information that matters, the right information that you really, really need. So I have a very powerful curriculum that will teach you all the things you need to know. I have my curriculum is unique. I don't share it with anybody. You only get it when you finish my program. So I have been able to establish a very good, powerful curriculum that will move you out of the nonsense stuff, all this useless information out on the web. So it's better you learn from somebody that knows what they are doing, that already filtered through all this nonsense, that you going every day doing your doom scrolling, trying to research because you don't want to spend money. You end up wasting more money, wasting time and energy. I have solved that problem for you. So instead of you going to scatter the internet for informations that are so many useless information, in my program, I will teach you the right things. When you have the right things, nobody, when you come on the internet, you say nonsense, you will just know that these are nonsense. Doesn't matter. So learn the right information from me. It's not expensive. And you'll be glad you did. Okay. Then if you want to buy your spiritual products, your herbs, your soap, oracle, tarot, or readings, I do a lot of things. And anything spiritual, contact me relating to African spirituality. I can help you with that. Apart from that, I thank you very much. And I'll be seeing you in the subsequent videos as usual.